Hello, hello, it's Carrie, Sewmuchglitter. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you guys are here. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my channel, turn the notification bell on, and if I do inspire you and you want to share this with a crafty friend, like and share with your friends. I go live here every Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time and I would love for you to join me. And I'm also going to link where you can find me elsewhere. I do have a new Facebook group going on, and that's So Much Glitter's Creative Friends. And I will be hosting Junetober there for 2027, and we are celebrating July birthdays. Tons of freebies, tons of great digital collaborators. I'm so excited and I feel so grateful for this community. So today is a little bit of a different video. As you know, I love everything paper crafting, and that does include some adult coloring in all shapes, sizes, and styles with all different mediums. So a crafty friend tagged me today in this video. So I am doing this and I have tagged her as well. So you can go check out Miss Atlanta's channel, Ambient Landscapes. She is a wonderful colorist. She draws very well. I just wanted to do this video because I thought it was something a little bit fun, a little midweek break, if you will. And my desk is already set up for coloring during the week because I do a lot of meditative coloring early morning before I go to work. So this is Coloring Confessions. Welcome, welcome. If you've never heard of Coloring Confessions, well, I hadn't either until Miss Atlanta had introduced me to it. And I thought, you know what? This is a fun way to go through my stash, remember things I have, why I purchased them, and what I have going on. So I'm just going to start right in with the questions, and you're going to get some coloring book confessions from me. And so let's see. The oldest, and I kind of put these in order. So I did go through and I'll just kind of, this video won't be too long. I don't know if you're going to get any coloring out of me today, but you're definitely going to get some information. And this is a way that we can get to know each other. So if you've done coloring confessions before, let me know. If you have some coloring confessions of your own, let me know. And we can kind of connect. If you're not a colorist at all, that's okay. This is everything paper crafting over here and everything self-care. So sit back, relax, and let's just have fun around the craft table. Okay, so the oldest book in my collection is a Dr. Seuss coloring book. And I'm going to try to slide, as we kind of whittle through the pile, I'm going to try to slide some things off. I do have this going on right now as a whip because I am in a Googly Instagram coloring group. It's a buddy coloring group. If you want to join, you can let Miss Jane know, and I have her tagged below. And we can kind of, do all of our whips together because I'm not very good at this Googly thing yet, but I have her going on. Okay, so the oldest book in my stash is the Dr. Seuss coloring book. This was actually my daughter's when she was younger, and this has seen some better days. I do keep it around because it does hold a little bit of sentimental value. There's a little bit of water damage, but this is it. This is the oldest book in my coloring collection. I tend to tea dye pages out of this more than I do color it. I've honestly never sat down and colored a page in here, but now I look through here. This has some real great Christmas in July possibility. So my daughter did do this when she was younger. I did not color this page. That is all her. And yeah, anything else that's kind of colored in here is going to be from her, but I think that's about it, to be honest. Oh, there she goes. She colored a little bit more. So she's always been fairly artistic throughout her life, and she really did like coloring as a meditative activity because she did have anxiety, and she still does, but she had anxiety when she was in school, a little bit worse than she does now. And now she's in her 20s. She's learned how to manage it a little bit better. So I am just, that's kind of a disclaimer. She's probably not going to like that I shared that. But we're all about self-care over here and how to process through, you know, our our things. We all have our things. I get stressed out and I do get anxiety as well, just like anybody else. So the paper crafting really has helped me with that. Okay, and so I'm just going to kind of toss these off back over into the abyss of my pile for my bookshelf. And then we're going to do the newest book that you have, which is a Lulu Mayo book, and that is A Million Dragons. I have done a full flip through of this book on not last Friday, but the Friday before when I went live with Miss Coloring View, which I do have her tagged below as well if you want to check that out, but that is over here on my channel. And yeah, this is the newest. I did do a pre-order with this because when I purchased my Crayola Super Tips, I really just kind of fell in love with some Lulu Mayo. I don't know why. I think because I was watching videos and I saw people coloring with her book and I was like, who is this artist? And I must have her. And the most colorful page you've completed, that's why I left this open. And this is in, let me kind of grab at this. This is in my Googelli Colorful Time book. This is a signed copy. I'm very excited about that. So it's an original signed copy. And I did get this off of Amazon. So this is really the most colorful page that I've done kind of in one sitting. I made her extremely colorful because I really thought she was very whimsical to me. And she was something that we would find probably like shopping at the mall at one of those fun little stores. And I just, all of the lace and everything to me, everything had to be different color. Like her dress is different colors. To me, it's a layered dress. So we have the layers showing. So that's where we are with that. And the most relaxing book to color in is my favorite Meowsterpieces from Cuttlefish. I absolutely love coloring in this. This is a real life original artist. And I found her on Instagram actually, and I saw what people were doing with her books. I love the comfy, cozy coloring. I absolutely do. A lot of people don't. It's not for everyone. But I did get invited to one of her buddy coloring groups. And so I do a page out of here about a month, every month. I try to. And I find this the most relaxing because I get to test out my alcohol markers. I get to do like a challenge, like this was everything blue. The one further back here was dots, so I had fun with that. It's just the most relaxing to me when I'm coloring at 5:30 in the morning, and yeah, I get to do something a little bit fun and funky. So I really do enjoy that. This is my absolutely favorite page I've done in this book, which was split the page. I split it with seasons. I just thought that that was a lot of fun. So there we go. Most detailed or challenging book. I am going to go back to Googelli because this is super detailed and super challenging for me because I am not a detailed colorist. I believe I'm learning to be, and for some reason, I don't feel as intimidated, probably because I'm in Jane's group and they're all very friendly and welcoming. I don't feel as intimidated to start tackling this book as I did when I first purchased it. I was like, what did I do? What is wrong with me? Why would I do that? But a lot comes in this book. So this is going to be the most detailed or challenging book. So the most unique art style, I don't know if it's so unique to you, but it's a little bit unique to me. It's a Crayola book. It's a whimsical creations. And I love this book. I'm hoping I'm in frame for everything. So yeah, we'll find that out. I think that this is the most unique because it has a lot of fun, whimsy doodles and just little scenes that I would never think to draw. I'm not like a sketch artist in that aspect. I'm more of a I love to color other people's art and bring it to life and put my own personality on it kind of artist. So this is the most unique because this can go from just strictly coloring to doodling to something really in depth like a scene if I wanted it to. So I have never colored in this. I did purchase this at Michael's. Actually, I that's a lie. I think I have colored one page in this. But I'm new to coloring, guys. So I'm new to the adult coloring world. Probably just 2026, I would say. I picked it up. No, probably end of 2025. I picked it up. And so my stash is fairly new, my collection. But I was testing some things out here, didn't really like the way it worked, just kind of moved along. So it's just a lot of fun. I could cut this up for cards, junk journals, nothing at all. It's just, I like it. A book that you've colored in the most. I'm going to go back to my Meowster pieces. I did toss that over there, but I've colored in that the most. Book you love, but you haven't colored in yet. I purchased this, was one of my first buys when I was like, yeah, like I want to start using my colors more. I've had alcohol markers for years because I've always loved coloring stamps, and I used to do a lot more stamping than what I do now. So I wanted to get into more coloring of things for my paper crafting projects rather than just stamping. And then the collection of stamps, like every collection that you get into, every hobby you get into, your collection grows and grows, right? So this is a book that I love, but I haven't colored in it. I love florals. I love vintage florals. Like there's so much that I could do with this, and I just haven't colored in it. And honestly, I don't know why. I just, my perimenopausal ADD, I suppose a lot of this is very detailed, and I've always been very intimidated of detail until I started coloring in this. So you just got to dive in somewhere and, tackle it a little piece at a time, or do some messy coloring, or do some dyeing, or just do some like ink sprays, and you just got to jump in. So let me see. A book you would save in a fire. So this doesn't really have, it does say sentimental favorite. So my sentimental favorite would be my Dr. Seuss book because it was my daughter's growing up. But I would save this in a fire. I do have to say, I did purchase it on Amazon, so I know I could purchase it again. But I absolutely love this Lois Goody Creepy Curiosities book. So I would think of this and my Dr. Seuss book first. Yeah. So this is an actual artist too. I really try to dive into less AI, which is going to sound a little redundant when you see the next book coming up, but um I like knowing that there's a real person behind the designs. And she'll interact with you on social media. Like she's interacted with me a fairly good amount. And I love this because I love creepy. I love Halloween. It's probably one of my favorite holidays to craft for next to Christmas. And I have turned a few of these pages, like this, I've never finished for some reason. I don't know why. I think I just forgot. This was one of my early morning. I try to do a page a week at my early morning coloring, and I kind of just switched it around. So I need to go back to it. But one of my favorite pages that I colored in this book is in here somewhere. It's here. This isn't it because this is really just an experiment. I'm not too sure I'm like very happy with this, but I like it. Like I thought it was fun, right? I used to do a lot more late starts than what the new contract has me do. So I did, you know, I liked those late starts. I didn't like the late getting homes though. But let's see. Where's my favorite page in here? Oh, I think I tore it out actually, but I was able to turn a like a spooky spring. Like uh that's on my Instagram. You'll be able to see it though. But like I made the pumpkin pink and things like that. So book you would save in a fire. Book with the best paper quality. That's gonna be my Googly books. Yeah, I do have more than one. You heard me correctly. So intimidated by these, I bought two. This paper quality is flipping amazing. So I really, really like it. It's a real mixed media, not rough, but not real smooth kind of paper. It really takes the color mediums well. So I've done wet coloring in this, I've done dry media in this, and this paper holds up like it's like the workhorse. I absolutely love it. Let me see. Favorite grayscale coloring book. I do not have any grayscale coloring books. So I'm pulling this out because I did purchase this because I want to learn how to do faces and portraits a little bit better. I haven't dove into that yet either because that does intimidate me. And this is all AI, I'm pretty positive. But the girls are, and I couldn't find an actual artist here. So that was, one of those purchases. These girls have a decent amount of grayscale on them. So this just kind of came out by default. I think that this is a really good page to test my portrait skills on. If you watch Dee Dee Willingham at all, she's like an amazing colorist. She definitely is our queen, and she has brought us all together in this great coloring community. And I'm hoping to expand that by bringing you guys into my coloring and my paper crafts for self-care. And I hope you join me over there on the Facebook page. I'm really excited about that. And I'm getting ready to have a giveaway over there. So don't miss out. I've had some really great things offered to me in the month of July that some creations are going to be given away. So I'm really excited about. So that's what this one just kind of came out for. A book that intimidates you. So here is my other Googly, and this is Find Color. Miss Coloring View helped me find this. This was all in Chinese on Amazon, which is what, Mandarin. So I wasn't able to really differentiate what it was because there was really no picture with it, but she found it for me during one of our lives, and I'm grateful to her. And these aren't cheap coloring books, they're like $30. But yeah, this is intimidating to me. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if this one is intimidating more than the other. I'm definitely less familiar with these images because this is not really hasn't been done in our buddy coloring. So I haven't seen a whole lot like this, kind of like the webbing or I don't, to me, I see webbing. Okay, there's a spider there. I'm like, to me, I see webbing, but then I saw like landscape down here. But like this is definitely a little bit more intimidating to me than the other one, and I don't necessarily know why. I just think because it's newer to me and I haven't seen a whole lot done with it. But yeah, that definitely intimidates me. A book that, and these I don't toss off into the wind to my bookshelf, so these are gonna stay here with me. These are my precious. Um, a book that you want to finish one day. Absolutely hands down, this Emil Lighthall Odeberg book. I absolutely love this book, this fantasy world coloring book. My mermaid buddy colors were done in this. That's on my community tab. This has a whole story and there's chapters, and I am very excited about that. I feel like my lighting looks very dark, so I do apologize for that. I'm not, I'm using my webcam, but I'm using it. I don't know. I think it's the way I'm using it on my computer. So I need to kind of fix that. She definitely is an author. She will interact with you as well. She's fabulous, very, very talented. And, you get into the whole fantasy world, right? So I would just love to absolutely finish this one day. And here's a lot of stuff a few things I did for Mermaid. I think I only did 2 or 3 pages out of here for Mermaid. This being one of my favorites, and I don't know why, other than I did a night scene and I was just playing with colors. So I do like that. She turned out really, really well though. So I really do like her. I think I did 3. I did one more in this chapter. This is probably my least favorite. It's the most rough. I don't know. I kind of struggled with this color scheme a little bit. It was just it's too there in your face, but I like the colors I picked. It's just yeah, I don't know. I practiced my Poscas in this too, and I'm not very good at those. So yeah, see Mermaid's Bay. Like it's just fun. So that's very exciting. I won't toss her off either. I love the hardbacks. I absolutely love those. Okay, book you want to finish one day. Best book for practicing new techniques. Hand down is any comfy, cozy coloring book. I picked this up as an impulse buy at Barnes& and Noble. I'm definitely a Barnes& and Noble brat. I love it. I love it because you get to peruse through the store and it smells good. And there's so much, right? So, I picked this one because there's a lot of tips and techniques in here. So if you really are new to coloring, you're new to the color wheel and things like that, this is really going to help you, and you get to play like with the patterns, palette after palette. See, girl, view. My girl has saved me. Her and I are just like I don't know. We're definitely soul sisters because I did meet her on Dee Dee's channel. See, I even marked these. We don't need no stinking coloring cubes, do we? She saved me a few $100s with those coloring cubes that I did have on my cart one day, and really just started pointing out that the world is your palette. And then when I saw this, I was like, don't need no stinking coloring cubes. So yeah, so I look at things in a different way. Thanks, girl. It's so great when you get to meet somebody in the community like that that just makes you look and think of things in a different way. And I really hope that that's what you gain here in my community and beyond, because I think that that's really special. So I practiced a lot, just kind of goofing around. I was trying to get like a highlighted, like the moon or the TV was kind of coming at them. I don't know if it really came across like, but that was kind of, okay, guys. My computer kind of just like glitched, and so it stopped recording. So when I kind of put it all together, and then now my color is back, so that's really weird. So when I get all this put together on CapCut, you won't know. But okay, so that's kind of why there's like a break in thought here. So we left off on, so book you recommend for beginners was The Comfy Cozy, and a book that sparks your creativity. It's definitely going to be Fantasy World because it gives me a story, it gives me a scene, it really gives me a lot of agency for creativity and kind of I can get my own story going. It really reminds me of a lot of people in the adult coloring community have Leon's Journey, and they tend to keep Leon obviously the same going throughout. They tend to keep the characters the same going throughout, which I could have done that in here. That's not going to be my plan. My ADD would never let me. So I did start this, but I did never finish it. So I have the sky going. I honestly think I forgot about this. See, that's what happens when, you have to have a break in your day or your week or your coloring session or whatever it is. And lots of whips we have going on. So that's just kind of that's what coloring is, that's what crafting is it's all about the whips, the works in progress, and it's about the journey, right? So that's where we are with that. Most nostalgic or childhood inspired book. Okay, so I have two. Definitely Mr. Bob Ross. Okay. It's the official Bob Ross coloring book. He has a little bit of water damage too, just like the Dr. Seuss. But this is new, and I purchased this when I was shopping with my grandson one day at Walmart. We're just kind of getting essentials because I had them for a weekend, and I had to get this because Care Bears were my absolute 80s gem. Love them. Had this one, had that one, like loved them, right? I had that one. And I purchased, see, 1982, told you. I purchased this because the graphic was the old fashioned Care Bears, not the new funky weird looking ones. Like, no, the ones that you find at Five Below are like weird. So yeah, I just had to. And then Bob Ross, I will still watch him if I have a good amount of insomnia. He is so soothing, and I have been watching him since I was like 9 years old. And I know he'd been on way, way before that. But I absolutely loved watching him. And I used to try to draw and everything along with him. I've never been a really good artist like that. But always really admired his skills, the way he presented things, the way he was just like such a smooth, calm talker, and how he was so kind and gentle to the animals. And yeah, these books used to get stored like in my kids' room or something, so they weren't so precious to me. Um, but yeah, so we have that. And then the next one is a book with the most variety of pages. I don't necessarily hold on. Books that spark your favorite, most nostalgic, books with the most variety of pages. Okay, I did choose this one because this kind of has everything in it that I love. And it has all of the nature. It has the vintage flower feel. It has the cottage feel. Oh, there's my receipts. Never colored in this one either. It kind of has a little bit of everything, and we have a story, we have the flowers, we have nature, we have a lot in here, and you've got like a little bit of mandala coloring, and I'm not necessarily into the mandala coloring because it does give me a little bit of anxiety. I don't know if I'm alone in that or what, but I don't like a lot. I like a scene better. I don't like a lot of shapes clumped into one size. It just makes me feel like, oof, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm odd. But um, I definitely do really like this book for the most variety of pages. What I would do with these mandala pages is I like them. They're cute. I just don't want to color them. I would tear these out and tea dye them, is what I would do. So there's that. A seasonal favorite. Oh my goodness. I think I'm skipping some. It's printed out really small. I have like phone calls coming in and these people are going to have to wait. Let's see. Book with the most variety of pages. A seasonal favorite for sure is my spooky, comfy, cozy coloring from Miss Amelia Green. She is an actual artist as well. And I love the spooky scenes. This does not necessarily have really good quality of paper. It's Amazon quality paper, so it's probably print on demand, but I like it. I really, really like it. Most of the stuff I've colored in here, I have taken out because I want to kind of put it in my junk journal. So I have them in a sleeve. I want to, still want to make my like a seasonal coloring book junk journal and, whatever, but I really do love coloring. So that is a seasonal favorite. Most whimsical or fun book. I love this because I think I've skipped some. Okay, I don't know. But I have this. It's a whimsical because I love Goblin Core. I absolutely love it. I love gnomes. I love all of it. So this is fun. And yeah, you've got like the whole mandala thing in here. I don't know, like it's not so much, like the whole page. So I would tackle that. I've only done one page in here. Um, let's see. Where is the page that I've done in here? And it was kind of hard, so I don't know. Like it wasn't like my best work, and I was kind of practicing and playing with some things, but that I would definitely not color that. This is very psychedelic, so this just gives me a headache all the way around. Um, oh, I might have torn that page out too, actually. But yeah, that's what I like is the most whimsical or fun book and most realistic or nature inspired book. And I honestly don't know. I think I do know what those are out for, and I'm gonna go back to them. But is this also too? Because this has like all the realistic things in nature, so I do like that. Because you've got the garden, you've got the front of the house, you've got the things that come out of the garden, and I really do like that. Book you've ignored the longest is this one. I do love the comfy cozy, and this is my cuttlefish again. I've never colored in this. I purchased it and I've never colored in it because Meowster Pieces arrived first and I love it more. This is a little bit too cartoony for me, and a lot of her books are, and that doesn't bother me, and I love it. I don't know what it is about this book, but yeah. So I've ignored this one the longest, although I have a lot of ideas for this. So like why? Why am I ignoring it? I don't know. And that was the last one, but I did skip one. I think you might have got it in the other video, but this was, most affordable but great quality book. That's this. I think you probably already seen it in the video, but we're going back to it. The nostalgic sweets, because this was like $10, $11 at Hobby Lobby. So always go look at Hobby Lobby, right? And this has really good quality paper. Like it's pretty thick and it has a pretty good medium, like paper to take different mediums. A wet medium would be a little bit tricky on here, but as long as you don't like douse the page with water, I think you're good. So we could do some water pencils or water pens or like, whatever. Just kind of pick up like a brush with just a little bit of water and we would be able to like paint some details in there. And I love the nostalgic kitchen aspect. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's where we are with that. And that kind of brings us to just believe in yourself, guys. And if you want to pick up a new craft or a new hobby, you know what? Do it. Do it. And I think I bumped my camera, so now you get to see like the messy and the pile and all of that. And that's okay. Favorite coloring pencil sharpener is this one. Favorite coloring pencils are Prismacolor. And yeah, that's just kind of where I'm going to leave the video. I think I probably kept you on here long enough. What I am doing right now is just going over. See, and I colored this too. This is my very first book in this. Can you spot the mistake? I lost his arm somewhere over here. I don't know why. I don't know why that happened, but I did have a lot of fun with this one because it was colored pencils. But I am practicing with my Crayola Super Tips, which I have right here. And I do just store them in this because the box that the Crayola Super Tips came in is not like the Crayola box that we grew up with. That thing was like flimsy. So I just have these for different little storage solutions for my crafty stuff and my whips and stuff like that. So I've just thrown them all in here and it's just a big old mess, but you know, it's okay. And so that's the base of everything. That's how I got the vibrancy. And then I did purchase some Master's Touch coloring pencils, which are not going to like, they're not soft or whatever. They're not going to work with the Gamsol like the Prismacolors will. I love working with Prisma and Gamsol. But this is where I get the richer, more in-depth kind of look. And I'm still really practicing with that. But like I've done the blue and the pink, and I did the yellow this morning before I went to work. So I'm just kind of playing with that, and I really do like this pencil set. It was on clearance for $6, so you know, check out Hobby Lobby. I don't necessarily like these little flimsy tray things that go in here because it comes with such a nice tin, but you know, it is what it is. So that's where I'm at with that. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring the blue background, and I'm going to add some stickles in here because we've got some bubbles and we've got some pearls. So I have some Nuvo drops. Like we're going to zhuzh her up just a little bit and kind of keep it fun. I do feel like I need to add a little bit more yellow in here because I feel like the yellow doesn't really tie in very well. So I might make the tassels yellow and this a different color. We'll kind of see what the coloring wheel tells me when I bring that out. You know, like why not? Let's see. Yellow would be red or blue. So I could do like a shade of blue. And then what would be, let's see, what would the complementary could do yellow, and that would kind of just be like a teal, right? Like the yellow and the teal curtains would probably be really good. Oh, wait. No, here we are. Am I reading that wrong? No, because it's what shows through the window. So we have green, teal, or orange. And I'm probably just going to do like a teal because this comes pretty color coordinated over here. But, you know, I do have to go get on the treadmill. This is after work, and I have some trashy reality TV to watch because I like to disassociate after a long day. And I hope you guys learned a little something about my crafty board. I have to tell you, if you are very intimidated by picking up new hobbies, I know I've said this, don't be. I'm new to this adult coloring. I am fairly new to junk journaling. Junk journaling is only 2 or 3 years old for me, and I absolutely love it. Card making I've been doing for years. Scrapbooking I've been doing for years, but I like to expand my love for paper and anything paper crafting into other areas of being creative. So I hope you guys will, you know, go see what everyone else has kind of done in this coloring confessions. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday and in my Facebook group. Bye, guys.